situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for the carnival if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I did run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages, from our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Or out fishing with the boys. A fun DDI experience with friends. Boat repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634-1653. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Combination special. Come along, enjoy your treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
We are here for the Ascension Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. It is week 11. Today's first fixture of a doubleheader from this venue. Central FC, the Central Sharks, will be taking on Real West Fort United. Both of these teams needing 3 points in order to improve their standing. Central FC currently 9th in the table, the 10-team table that is, and Real West Fort United, they won last weekend and they are now up to 7th position. Again, hoping to continue winning ways from the Arima Velodrome. Kickoff is still some time away, 10 minutes to be exact. But before that, let's hear what both teams are thinking heading into today's fixture. We're here today with Real Westport United's Gary Griffith III, coming off a really inspired win and an inspired performance by yourself last weekend. What is the mission for Westport today?
We're looking to go with the same energy, the same vibes from last week. The win last week really compelled us to work harder in training to continue getting the 3 points, and we're looking to do the same today. Yeah,
Central FC, a team that you all previously drew with in the first round, 2-2. You'll think that they will continue to provide a stern test?
Yeah, well, we know the quality that Central has and what they uphold, and we know we have a game plan set, and we're looking to carry forward it on the field, and the professor gave us certain instructions, and we're looking to produce it on the field, so we'll see how that plays out.
Tell us about your personal game, under the stewardship of the Professor Ron Laffery. You came into the starting team last week, and as mentioned, inspired performance. How do you feel about your game coming along now?
Well, yeah, confidence is building, and with that comes better performances. So I hope to keep giving 100% on the field and for Real Westport and to do my best.
All right, thanks a lot, Gary Griffith III, Real Westport United. Central FC's Jalminia Mulrain joins us now. Jalminia, last weekend, heavy defeat for Central FC. What's the plan coming into today's game against Real Westport?
Well, we all watched the game against Rangers last week. We know that we gave a strong showing in the first half. Second half, we took our foot off the pedal. So going into this game, it's just about being consistent and going out for the full 90 minutes.
Now, the performances of the Central FC team will not justify 9th position in the standings. How do you all feel about that for this second round of the competition? What is the ambition of this team? To do so, let's have a look at the starting lineups. This is Central FC. They're starting with goalkeeper Keston Aberdeen. Actually, Fakur Katibi is on the substitutes bench this afternoon, but they will also have in their lineup, as always, their captain Kishon St. Rose wearing the number 13, Romario Burke, Leandro da Costa and his twin brother Leandro, Keegan Faria, Ronaldo Francois, Jerko Pear, Javon Thomas, Fenice Thompson and Miguel Williams. That's the starting lineup for Central FC. Real Westport United, they've been forced into a couple substitutions before kickoff, including a warm-up injury for the previous starting goalkeeper, Theon Brown. So in his stead, Dwayne Thomas is in goal. Karen Cummins will be the captain. That's Karen Pest Cummins, Jamal Burke, Akil Thomas. Rondell Gibson also comes in during the warm-up. Gary Griffith III, who we heard from earlier. Josiah Joseph, Cornel Thomas, Malik Kwao, Akil Laborde and Jamil Antwine will round off the starting 11 for Real Westport United. This is how they look on the standings of the Ascension Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. You can see Central FC, they're laboring near the bottom. They're in 9th position. Real Westport United just above them in 7th. So it's going to be, as mentioned earlier, we can't stress it enough that it's crucial, these 3 points for either team, as we see the tightness just above them. And of course, a win for either will do them a world of good in terms of their standings in this competition. Terminix Lockett and Rangers continue to lead the way. Defence Force just behind. Of course, they have a game in hand. And of course, Police FC actually has a game in hand. Deportivo Point Fortin and Cunupia FC round off the top 5. It's the Ascension Tournament of Trinidad and Tobago, Saturday afternoon, double header here at the Arima Velodrome. We'll be right back with action.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God At least they will fit Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on Pest across the country?
I find we look after the rights of Pest as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for the carnival if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Lasso Friend Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. At our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages, from our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip.
Welcome back to the Arima Velodrome, game one of this afternoon's doubleheader to continue week 11 in the Ascension tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. I am Jassy Marique in the commentary position as we see the teams and the officials getting ready to kickstart what we anticipate to be a really keenly contested affair here at the Arima Velodrome. The referees are Marlon Peruz, he'll be the man with the whistle, Kevin Lewis and Yaren Gosain as assistant referees 1 and 2. And of course, the fourth official, Jassy McDonald, having a look here at the Real West Fort United team greeting their Central FC opponents this afternoon. Real West Fort United coming off an exciting 3-2 win last weekend right here at the Arima Velodrome over their Port of Spain rivals, AC Port of Spain. Of course, Central FC, they are coming off a heavy defeat, 6-1. They lost the last time out to the tournament leaders, Terminix Lahokita Rangers. The toss just taken as the officials one final time reassure themselves that they'll have a fantastic match this afternoon. 90 minutes before us, 90 minutes we anticipate to be hotly contested. Central FC in a final team huddle as well. Right in the very middle of it looks to be their captain, Kishon St. Rose. Assistant referee Kevin Lewis. And of course, assistant referee 2 is Yaren Gosain on the far side. As always, Jovan Ravello is next to me. And of course, for the next 90 minutes, these will be the voices of the Ascension tournament. Miguel Williams, trust me, contrary to those images, he will be up for it, usually very energetic. Jovan?
Yeah, expect a very good game this evening, especially from this West Fort team. They had a little bounce to begin the second round. The expectations are very high given that they've shown that they can play the football that they want to play. As the referee gets us started, this man who has the ball right now will be in focus after the kind of game he had last week.
And already on the charge, earning an early corner kick here for Real Westfort United. Gary Griffith III, that is. Of course, the man doing the tracking back, Miguel Williams.
Yeah, so 2 matches with teams from different parts of the country. Central FC versus Westfort is the first match. Central hoping to really get their campaign restarted in this second round. They've shown a lot of promise in the first round, but they have to deliver on that promise. These boys in yellow against a team that has already shown that they are up for it in the second round. Beautiful surface, so we expect a very high quality match.
Yeah, Central FC, 4 defeats on the bounce, including that 6-1 defeat last weekend. On the other hand, Real Westfort United, they have 1 win in 5. Of course, that win coming last weekend as well. But this is a chance for Central FC, a good chance at that. A second bite at the cherry for Leandro da Costa, rather. And then the offside flag on the far side of referee Yaren Gosain spares Real Westfort United. Central again. Shem Clozel trying to pull the strings, but this is Real Westfort United looking to launch a counter-attack. Laborde. Here again is one of the Da Costa twins, fighting tooth and nail. But he's not going to win that battle there with the Real Westfort United defender. That's Akil Thomas. The playing focus is Dwayne Thomas, a late change to the starting lineup. Previous goalkeeper Theon Brown injured in the warm-up. Here again comes Real Westfort United. Let's pull back to Karen Ballpest Cubbings. He spreads it out to Antoine. It's with Gigi the third now. He'll try to go to work on his defender. Certainly not a player short on confidence. Definitely not after last week's performance. Winning a penalty and then also assisting one for Belgrave. This is Pest. Charge down. Central Real Westfort will come again. Good interchange. Akil Thomas rolls it across. Akil Laborde can't quite get in before the defense's intervention. Partially cleared, and that in that corner, that cross rather, wayward at best.
Very good build up there from Westfort. They look much more confident. Like I said earlier, this surface is really helping their cause as well. Ball is rolling nicely for them. That occasion, Keely Thompson just putting it into touch. It's an interesting ball. It will go all the way through to Aberdeen. Just to go back to Gigi the third, he does have a very good case for, you know, having a confident match, for continuing in the vein that he did last weekend. It's a good scrap here in the middle. Joko Opia eventually comes out with it.
Yeah, Central FC will certainly need to keep this Real Westford United team in check. A team high in confidence, as we see by that attempted pass. A raking ball. Eventually, though, running out of touch. It's going to be a throw-in. Deep in their own half here for Central FC. Javon Thomas. Westford come away with it. A bit of a mix-up there between Rondell Gibson and GG3. And it's going to be Miguel Williams coming away with it now for Central FC. Pushes it out wide to his captain, Kishon St. Rose. Can he keep it in? He manages to do just that. And the pass is looking for Williams on the return, but it's cleared away for Central FC corner kick.
Good opportunity here for Central to poke themselves in front. Despite what Westford have shown, they are a team that is prone to conceding the odd goal, so they would want to make best use of all these chances.
This is going to be an opportunity at the edge of the area for Shem Clausel. Couldn't keep it down, however, and it's harmlessly over bar. Shem Clausel, one of many players in this competition and certainly one of a few on the field currently with storied parentage. The son of the dread dribbler, Ian Clausel.
Yeah, a legend in the local game, an urban legend, so to speak. Didn't reach the heights that was expected of him, but his name still rings out in Trinidad and Tobago's football arena. Shem hoping to carve out his own space.
Certainly today he'll try to carve out some space in the midfield and the heart, as the heartbeat of this Central FC team. This is Miguel Williams now, looking to take advantage of the giveaways, seeing some yardage in front of him, moves into it. Links up with St. Rose. This is Romario Burke now, and all alone on this far side, albeit offside, is Leonardo da Costa. So previously we'd have seen the da Costa brothers, one in defense and one in attack, and they've been certainly making a case for themselves as a attacking duo in recent weeks in this competition, as we see once again Leonardo giving chase, well marshaled by Akil Thomas. It's still up there for the winning, manages to keep it in, gets it back to Williams, or rather that's Thomas. Eventually Rondell Gibson gets it away for Real Westford.
Yeah, the Da Costa story, really want to keep your eye on. These twins have a lot of talent. Saw that diving header last week. This is a good move here from Central though. Ball across the box. No one can claim it's cleared. It's here with Gigi the third. Looking for some space. Eludes the tackle. He has options. Eventually gives it to Karen Pest Cummings. This ball is interesting enough. Just ahead of the man. He's onside still. Wins a corner, does Akel Laborde for Real Westford. Man who was very frustrated last weekend. He had a couple good chances. Was unable to find the back of the net. He'll be hoping to do much better on this ground.
Yeah, he found himself in really good position. The ball just a bit overweighted. And then he himself unable to steady himself. But still, they'll have a corner kick here now. It's Karen Cummings with that left foot of his. Swings this one in. It's looping towards the back post. Cornel Thomas heads it back across goal, but over bar. And that certainly seemed that's like something they've been working on, Real Westfort United. That time they were unable to trouble young Keston Aberdeen.
Yeah, and you see the patterns in Westfort's play, even on set plays, especially on set plays, but even in open play, they've shown that they've put in the work that they had to. It's bringing results for them so far in the second round of the Ascension tournament. As Fikile Thompson comes out of the back. Ball with Jokul Pierre. Settled and wins a throw on this near side. It's Javon Thomas still giving chase. This ball is with Cummings. And again recovered, that's Keegan Farrier. Pierre. It's a good option here. Here's Thomas again. Sizes up his man. Tries to slip Keyshawn St. Rose in. Eventually goes for a throw. This is a Thomas throw. Works it around into defense. Farrier again. Higher up the pitch. It's good defensive work from the Westfort defense. Comes away with Laborde. It's a good opportunity. Lots of open space in front of him.
That's
Can
Jamal
he pick it
Burke.
up?
Cuts it back to Karen Pest Cummings. So he was a long way away from home that time. Burke storming up the left side from that left back position. Unable to work the chance, but here's a chance for Gibson. Wide of the mark on the turn. So already Real Westfort United able to get themselves into some advanced positions. And as mentioned, that man on screen, Akel Laborde, certainly has been busy in recent weeks. That time he feeds it into Gibson, and on the turn, he wanted it back, returned there Laborde, and you could see the frustration as Gibson opted for the shot instead. So Jovan, when you look at this Real Westfort United setup, it certainly seems more settled than they were in previous matches. Certainly more settled than they were in the first round of this competition. And it seems as though the Professor Ron Lafferty has finally found at least a core in this unit.
Yeah, a lot of things to hash out. This season can be difficult. Attitudes can change and there can be minor spats. We've all played football in some capacity or the other. We know how it can go, but they've sorted it out. They seem to be more at peace, especially with the way that they want to play. Professor will be proud of the way his players are approaching their football in the second round of the Ascension tournament. As Karen Cummings back in the side for the second match. After that brief hiatus, it's out here to Gigi the third. He will isolate his man and, of course, get on his bike. Try to get them tricks in. Instead gives it away. Professor I don't know if you could read lips as well as I can, but don't think he was that pleased with that passage of play. Here comes Central.
Yeah, the Professor that time didn't look at all impressed by the trickery of young Gigi the third. Maybe Akel Laborde can give him something to be a bit more happy about, and this time he does, delivering a pinpoint cross for Karen Pest Cummings to put Real Westfort United into the lead in this one 15 minutes in.
Yeah, so that is football for you. The Professor, you know, having a couple grumblings But then his team bringing it all together. Laborde unable to find back of the net, but with a great assist here. Just getting past Fikile Thompson for ball Pest to tap in the first goal of the match. Excellent center for Karen Cummings. It's 1-0 in the 16th minute.
Yeah, that ball right in that no man's land corridor, as they call it, just in between the goalkeeper and the retreating defenders. And certainly where Karen Cummings anticipated it to be put, he was able to hit the back of the net from point blank. 1-0 to Real Westport United against Central FC, but the Central boys are coming again. This is Miguel Williams, shot charged down by Cornel Thomas and cleared away eventually. That time referee Marlon Perouse got in the way of the attempted pass. Plays the advantage, so to speak, and now it's Laborde. Aberdeen might have been in some trouble, and Fikile Thompson with a close call there in his tackle against Laborde. Laborde is still battling and eventually loses out.
Yeah, trickier forward would have gone down with that kind of contact. Credit to Laborde for staying on his feet. He seems to have paid for his resilience, though. No treatment. Slowly getting back into the thick of things. So a much better performance from him already in this match. He has an assist. Let's hope he can find the back of the net for Westport, of course. If you're a Central man, you don't want to see that happening. They have to pull it back. It's not that far. It's only the 17th, 18th minute of this match. They're down 1-0. That goal coming just about 2 minutes ago.
Central FC, for it must be said, throughout this tournament has found itself in position similar, trailing in matches. In fact, when these two teams met in the first round, they were able to come from 2 goals down, and this time answering the call with the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration. Leonardo da Costa pulls them level again at 1 goal apiece. Dwayne Thomas is left beaten in his first appearance in this competition.
Almost on cue, this goal comes here. Beautiful cross into the box and a great header. Flicked into that far corner, no chance for the goalie. Did have a bit of a chance, but maybe saw it too late. Did put it into the pitch. Did the Costa twin. We're back at 1-1. Parity restored in the 19th minute of this match.
I'm certainly impressed by his heading prowess. As you mentioned earlier, glorious diving header scored in a previous encounter at the police barracks. And today again on the score sheet, Leonardo da Costa with a flicked header that brings his team back into contention. And here they are on the charge. It's Romario Burke. On the outside of him is Joko Pay. He gets it now and plays it
out
forward
fishing
to
with the boys.
St. Rose.
Or a fun DDI experience with friends. Boat repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634 1653. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited. The best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
The fact that they ask the questions, those challenging questions that no other media house would ask. So, shed light on those things that are in the dark, those stories that no one else wants to cover.
I grew up reading The Guardian, actually. It's a household name.
About The Guardian, one thing that I like, the human interest stories have increased.
See the investigative pieces on the human trafficking. I find that very interesting.
You go more in depth.
On sports, especially local sports, and that's one of my highlights for The Guardian.
Yeah, I've been in Ghana since The Guardian started coming out, started working. I was a newspaper man.
Could the stories that are being covered are well detailed and you get more facts?
At this point in time, I really like the Spanish section.
I'm glad I like it. Like to know everything, what is going on with us.
Also, I think the editorials, I think they're doing a good job and they're speaking the truth, and they're challenging the government to make things better.
Me in particular, of recently, the last 2-3 months, I've been reading The Guardian. I'm seeing a lot of news about the neighborhoods and the communities, and I even saw my community featured, and I was proud.
The Guardian.
The Guardian?
Guardian.
Trinidad Guardian.
The Guardian.
The Guardian.
Trinidad Guardian. The Guardian is my first choice.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
We are the fourth estate. We educate, we inform, and we hold those in authority, politicians, business leaders, and others, to account.
Connecting the public to the truth drives our purpose here at CNC3. When we stand behind a desk every single night, a lot of people don't know that we're a huge part of the news process. We eat, breathe, and sleep news. And that reflects in everything that we do as a news team.
Every day we tell the stories of people's journey through life. Stories of their success, stories of their sadness, stories of their grief, stories of their glory. We're the mirror in which society looks at itself.
When a storm is coming, everyone always thinks worst case scenario, and sometimes it may just be a brief shower or two. It's not always going to be a green veil level event. So it's important to have the most credible and accurate information coming from a verified source.
Welcome, you're watching the 7 o'clock news on CNC3.
Amante Del Cafe is located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, McBean, Couva. Amante Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for a carnival if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-004.
So Central FC have a throw-in. It's with Miguel Williams. Real Westford win it back. Cummins can't quite bring it under control, and it's Joko Pear springing the trap, beating his men. He has some options ahead. He's trying to slip this one through to St. Rose. Cornel Thomas, that is forced into the clearance, and it's going to be corner kick to Central FC. We are at the Arima Velodrome. Game one of this afternoon's doubleheader. Apologies for the break in transmission experienced a short while ago, but if you're just joining or if you need a reminder, it's Central FC taking on Real Westford United. It's level pegging, 1 goal all after Real Westford United took the lead. Central FC responding, and here they are again, Central. Javon Thomas with the corner kick. It's a good delivery, and into no man's land there was the goalkeeper for Real Westford United, Dwayne Thomas. He couldn't get there, however, before Romario Burke was able to head it in, their second headed goal of this game. And just like that, it's Central FC taking a 2-1 lead. That goal coming in the 30th minute and leaving Dwayne Thomas egg-faced in that Real Westford United goal. He really had no business coming out there, and you could see just by his form there was no opportunity for him to punch or even get to that ball. And of course Romario Burke able to head it into an empty net. So they've shown their ability to respond positively, Central FC, in this competition. They've come back numerous times as we look at one of the goal scorers, Leonardo da Costa rather, who restored parity in this one at 1 apiece in the 18th minute. Of course, Central FC once again demonstrating their ability to rise above the adversity, not panic too much after trailing in a number of their encounters, and this time able to produce the response once more.
Yeah, the last encounter between these two teams was a 2-2 draw. Central just hoping to keep their intensity up enough to continue this, what has been an exceptional comeback for them.
Here they come again with the man who just a couple moments ago gave them the lead in for the first time in this match, Romario Burke, and this time a foul committed. Central FC, they're in a hurry to get it restarted, and that time it seemed to be an off-the-ball incident, which Russ Russell has drawn to the attention of fourth official Jassy McDonald before referee Marlon Peruz eventually stops play to allow Javon Thomas hunched over to get some treatment. Seems as though he was obstructed after he played that ball in towards Leonardo da Costa, and just as he was about to take off for the return.
A very incensed looking Ross Russell Sr., as well as some fans behind us appealing to the referee. Ross Russell sporting his own brand. Let's stay tuned for any developments on his personal styling journey.
Seems as though he's thinking about venturing into the world of high fashion.
Certainly
I'd wear it, Jovan.
Yeah, one of the role models in the league, really. Always dressed to the nines. As Javon Thomas returns to play. Cummings just lets it go to Pierre, gives it to Burke here. Has options, loses his man. Well, both of them do.
Williams on the charge, St. Rose in support. Tries to get it back to him, it's intercepted, however. As you see Russ Russell there in the foreground, throws his hands up in frustration. He felt as though they needed to take better care of the ball in that sort of position. Be a bit more accountable. And here again, another careless giveaway. It's into ball Pest. Squirms out now to Gary Griffith III. Ahead of him is Rondell Gibson. Perhaps needed to be a little bit more hustled. Still though, it's going to be Real Westford corner kick taken short. Gary Griffith III will swing this cross in. It's a good looking one. Aberdeen comes and flaps at it. Gets enough of it though. And then Josiah Joseph allows it to run for another Real Westford corner kick.
Yeah, this match really coming to life. Excellent ball across the box. Joseph's corner. Collected on the second time by Keston Aberdeen.
Central again. This is St. Rose giving chase. Won't get there before Burke. Jamal Burke, that is, and then his clearance upfield to Gary Griffith III. He's on his bike, gets past one. Keely Thompson comes over though. The sliding challenge. The acreage in front of Gary Griffith III would have opened up. Keely Thompson had to be clean in his challenge. Won the ball though, and now Real Westport United again. That time Akil Thomas finding room, unable to deliver the cross. And it's back with Real Westport. That time a really sloppy challenge from Romario Burke on Quao. It's going to be a free kick now to Real Westport. Romario Burke, number 10, alongside the Real Westport number 10, Karen Cummings.
I believe it was Burke's double that got them the draw against Central in the last time that they met. That time he came on as a super sub. He did say that he was a little short of fitness. He's been in the starting lineup a couple of weeks now. Defense, of course, is not his strong point, but we'll forgive him for that.
Yeah, he already has a goal to suggest that perhaps his talents are better expressed higher up the pitch. The goal that has Central FC in a 2-1 lead as we speak. So just under 10 minutes left in the first half regulation time here at the Arima Velodrome. Saturday afternoon Ascension tournament action. And just as that throw-in was taken, the referee instructed for it to be retaken as Real Westport United are forced into a substitution. Rundle Gibson is out, and the man coming in, Josimar Belgrave. Belgrave would have gotten them a goal last weekend. He was actually scheduled to be in the starting lineup today. Gibson it was that took his place. I'm not too sure what kept him out. But here he is making his entrance, and Gibson has put in his day's work.
Some minor league players boast of having a very strong half hour in them. Maybe that was Gibson's argument this evening. Here's Laborde. Fighting, battling. Cummings to Gary Griffith III. Ball is just miscued to Belgrave, who he set up for second last weekend.
This is St. Rose across the middle as Da Costa all alone, and he found the pass, but Da Costa's touch let him down. He still has it though, and is serving this one into St. Rose. Good first touch, and the same can't be said of the second, as a gasp is let out in the stands here at the Arima Velodrome. Finishing certainly lacking on that occasion, St. Rose.
And he puts up his hand immediately. He knows. Didn't have to hear the ogres behind us. Good first touch. Really should have opened up a very good opportunity for him.
To be fair, the ball just didn't fall as quickly or as invitingly as he would have wanted. Forced to take it on the up. And the result was there for all of us to see. Meanwhile, though, this is Real Westport. Gary Griffith III gets this ball into Belgrave. He'll lay it back to Cummins. To his right is Neptune, and then a really over-exaggerated tackle leads to a half clearance, and it's now going to be a free kick for Real Westport United. Cummins plays it early, and now it's with Kwao. Cross on this near side, he has Neptune in support, gets it back now. Kwao from Neptune. Good exchange between those two, and this is now Akil Thomas. Neptune asking Thomas to give chase, but again, the final pass has not been the best today for Real Westport United.
Yeah, and only just we had a good final pass from Laborde. They just really need to get back on their game, on their focus. Everything's not lost. The Central will want to hold on to this position. They'd want to keep a hold of the ball a bit more, be a little more responsible in possession, manage their time and their football a little better than they've done so far since taking the lead. It's a good recovery by Da Costa. Here's Burke. This is Thomas. Being urged to go in. This cross looks good. And just over bar by Keyshawn St. Rose. I think it caught him a little off guard there, Jassy.
Yeah, and we see again Javon Thomas on this left side, able to take advantage of the space ahead of him, getting the cross, and that time finding Leandro Da Costa. his putback to St. Rose certainly caught him off guard. And the tiny Central FC frontman unable to hit the target for a second time in a matter of minutes.
Again, a great ball to the far post. Keyshawn St. Rose tried his best, but couldn't get it on frame.
It's the kind of chance you would want to capitalize on, especially given the circumstances of this match. Real Westport United, you remember, led in the 15th minute, 1-0 after Karen Cummings put them ahead. Since then, though, Central FC has certainly come on. They've taken a 2-1 lead, and just approaching half-time, you would want to put that away and really put your opponents to the sword.
Yeah, a 3-1 lead would definitely put some Westford heads down. Would take the professor out of his seat at the end of the area, of course. He's been very demanding of his players, and with good reason. They have the potential to do what they did last week, but they have to work for it, and they're being made to work for it by this Central FC team.
What have you seen of this Westford team when you look at last week's performance and this week so far? Certainly they seem to be off the pace a bit. After Karen Cummings gave them the lead in this one, they've allowed Central FC to really get a hold on the match. And after this free kick, Jovan, which could end up in the back of the net actually, but the whistle had gone. And Dwayne Thomas, for his acrobatics, is spared a chance. Yeah, so as we were discussing, Real Westport United, they've looked off the pace in this encounter so far.
As we see another chance, the whistle had gone, but this ball just coming back and still saved by the goalie. And there you can see why they're having a tough time. Russ Russell spurring his players on, and it's a very young Central side. It's very difficult to contain players who just want to run at you, as this man in your picture surely knows by this point in the match. We're in the 44th minute of the first half, and Central FC's players don't look like tiring. In fact, they seem spurred on by the hill that they had to climb to get back into this match.
Yeah, but they can get something here. Westford had Akel aboard. Been a bit more purposeful. Certainly was purposeful in the tackle. Leaving it all on Javon Thomas. In the end though, no harm, no foul.
We're in the 45th minute of play. And what kind of first half do you think we've seen so far, Jassy?
Yeah, just to give my thoughts on this one, I think it's certainly no team has really run away with the game so far. Central FC do have a 2-1 lead after trailing, but certainly in this one, I'd say they've been the better team. They've certainly been the better team. Central FC, they've been more purposeful. They've shown more intent, more attacking. They've been certainly more adventurous moving forward as well. Real Westport United have tried to play a more of a possession type game, trying to dictate and really be a bit more patient in their approach play. It's not worked to their favor. As we see fourth official Jassy McDonald raising the board with 1 minute added on at the end of this first half. Tidy one for this man, Russ Russell and company. But certainly they would have liked to be at least 2 more goals to the good.
Yeah, they've had the opportunities to really run away with this first half. But as it stands, it's a slim 1-goal lead heading into the half. Good observations there by Jassy. The will to attack, especially down this left side with Javon Thomas, has served Central FC well in this match. As the first half comes to an end, Russ Russell is still coaching, but it's 2-1 to Central FC. Gary Griffith III has been marginal so far in this performance, but given what he showed last weekend, we can expect more from him in the second half. Let's see how this 2-1 margin unfolded. This ball from Jukul Pierre into the Costa was straight at Dwayne Thomas. Another good corner, flapped at and well over bar from Shem Clausel. This ball into the box for Laborde. Just a slip taking him off. But minutes later, a couple seconds later, we'll get to that shortly. Let's header back in from Cornel Thomas was over bar. Laborde twisting and turning, looking for it. Shot was wide of Keston Aberdeen's post. But here came Laborde. Beautiful square for Keron Ball-Pest Cummings. Centering it in the right area to give them a 1-0 lead after 16 minutes. Well celebrated, big smile there from Akel Laborde, who's labored, of course. The equalizer was not far behind. Leandro da Costa showing up at that far post with a beautiful flick past Dwayne Thomas. You can see the professor was not pleased with that. Aberdeen made this header look good. Another ball from Javon Thomas to Da Costa. This one not coming out to plan on that occasion. Then third goal of this first half, second for Central, Romario Burke. Not known for his heading prowess, but a beautiful goal there for him. Ball from Gigi III, looked to be headed to a blue shirt, didn't make it into the back of the net. This one was offside just eventually. But after this, we'll take a short break. We'll return with the second half of Central FC versus Real Westfort, live from the Arima Velodrome. This is the Ascension Tournament. Stay with us.
Fred Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. At our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages, from our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Out fishing with the boys. Or a fun DDI experience with friends. boat repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634-1653. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
There's a taste in the air everywhere. Feel the vibe cause it's something to share. Smooth, rich and creamy, you'll find it right here. Makes you smile, relax a while, it's fun and good cheer. Ooh, enjoy every scoop. Ooh, every taste will get you hooked. We have flavors that you love, a combination special. Come along, enjoy our treats. This is Uncle Pete's.
The fact that they ask the questions, those challenging questions that no other media house would ask. To, shed light on those things that are in the dark, those stories that no one else wants to cover.
I grew up reading The Guardian, actually. It's a household name.
About The Guardian, one thing that I like, the human interest stories have increased.
See the investigative pieces on the human trafficking. I find that very interesting.
You go more in depth.
On sports, especially local sports, and that's one of my highlights for The Guardian.
Yeah, I've been in Guardian, the Guardian started coming out, started working. I was a newspaper man.
Because the stories that are being covered are well detailed and you get more facts.
At this point in time, I really like the Spanish section. I'm glad I like it. Like to know everything, what is going on with us.
Also, I think the editorials, I think they're doing a good job and they're speaking the truth, and they're challenging the government to make things better.
Me in particular, of recently, the last 2-3 months, I've been reading The Guardian. I'm seeing a lot of news about the neighborhoods and the communities, and I even saw my community featured, and I was proud.
The Guardian.
The Guardian?
Guardian.
Trinidad Guardian.
The Guardian.
The Guardian.
Trinidad Guardian. The Guardian is my first choice.
What is television? It seems like a simple question, but television means different things to different people. We in the Caribbean are very unique people. That's why we need unique television. Welcome to M&E TV, where we showcase our lives in the Caribbean. M&E TV is about us, the special way we talk, the way we walk, dance, move. M&E TV is about me. It's about you. M&E TV is about our amazing Caribbean experience.
We are the fourth estate. We educate, we inform, and we hold those in authority, politicians, business leaders, and others to account.
Connecting the public to the truth drives our purpose here at CNC3. When we stand behind a desk every single night, a lot of people don't know that we're a huge part of the news process. We eat, breathe, and sleep news. And that reflects in everything that we do as a news team.
Every day we tell the stories of people's journey through life. Stories of their success, stories of their sadness, stories of their grief, stories of their glory. We're the mirror in which society looks at itself.
When a storm is coming, everyone always thinks worst case scenario, and sometimes it may just be a brief shower or two. It's not always going to be a green veil level event. So it's important to have the most credible and accurate information coming from a verified source.
Welcome, you're watching the 7 o'clock news on CNC3.
Amante Del Cafe is located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, McBean, Couva. Amante Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods could impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for a carnival if you'll interview him, eh?
But how could you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Welcome back to the Arima Velodrome this Saturday afternoon. It's Ascension tournament action here in round 2, the second match week of round 2, and certainly the 11th match week of this competition. Central FC, left of screen, currently hold a 2-1 lead over Real Westfort United. Of course, Westfort United had actually opened the scoring in this one through Karen Cummings all the way back in the 15th minute. Central responded through Leonardo da Costa in the 18th to make it 1-1, and then on the stroke of half an hour played, Romario Burke scored the goal that allowed them to go ahead in this match for the first time. And that means that as we prepare to start the second half, it is all to play for. Currently, these teams certainly need all 3 points. But as you know, in the nature of this game, 3 points can only go in one direction. Central FC, they currently sit 9th in the 10-team standings. Real Westfort United marginally ahead of them in 7th. Central FC 5 points. Real Westfort United 10 points. The last time these two teams met in the first round, it resulted in a 2-2 draw. But by the looks of play in this one, both teams have had the shouts. And I expect that we will see a result in this one in favor of one team or the other rather than another draw. Jovan Ravello is alongside me.
Yeah, I expect those first half goals to not be the last word in this match. It's been pretty open so far. Good chances on both sides. As the second half gets started.
Brendan Creed has entered the match for Real Westfort United. He'll play on this left side of the fence. There he is now, just entering the frame. And out is Jamal Burke. So already, Real Westfort United, they've rejigged their formation, certainly their personnel, to start this second half. And here they are on the front foot now. It's Ake Laborde into Belgrave. And again, it just can't quite fall for the man who we saw scoring last weekend before Aberdeen came out and collected. And an early chance for Real Westfort United goes a-begging. It's going to be an interesting 45 minutes unfolding. And of course, although Real Westfort United trail in this one, they've certainly not opted, the Professor Ron Lafferay, to interfere too much with the attack. Instead, he's made a defensive change. And certainly, it is one geared to managing this right side, or this left side for Real Westfort United, or the right side for Central FC. And already this is Creed in an advanced position. Shot charged down, but he wins it back. Surveys his options, gives it to Neptune, to Antoine rather. It's with Board now, Laborde. Switch the play over to Akil Thomas, and he'll play it ahead, asking Josiah Joseph to chase. He gets there, only just, in fact not in time, according to the assistant referee on the far side, Yarin Gosain.
In a way, the Westfort change does make some sense. They've only had 2 clean sheets in their matches so far this season. That's 2 in 10. Well, 2 in 11 now. They do have to become a lot more solid if they want to push forward. Speaking of pushing forward, here comes Central. Keyshawn St. Rose unable to get that under his spell. It goes for a Central throw. This will be Miguel Williams on the near side. Options abound. Joko Pierre looks interested. Instead he goes long. Covered by Pierre. Eventually Cummings gets it. He has Pierre for company. It's good defensive work from the attacking midfielder for Central FC. Here comes Keyshawn St. Rose, very quick and almost in, but second best to Dwayne Thomas in the Westfort goal.
Yeah, that time relying on the nippy Keyshawn St. Rose, asking him to go after a good through ball. Thomas was alert and able to do the job in scooping it up for Real Westfort United. Here they come forward now. It's Cummings to Belgrave. Antoine. And now Creed sprays it out to Gary Griffith III. Immediately closed down by Miguel Williams, not allowing the inventive young attacker to turn and face him. Williams that time. And he does well again here, Williams, to come away from Belgrave. Passes this one into the feet of St. Rose. He'll have a run, or thinks about it at least. Good intervention there by Cornyn Thomas. And now Real Westfort United will look to go forward.
Spoke in the first half about Keyshawn St. Rose needing to be involved for Central. He's factored in almost every attack so far for them in the second half. We're in the 51st minute of this first match of a doubleheader from the Arima Velodrome in the Ascension tournament. Russ Russell communicating his ideas to his players. Done what he's asked so far, but lose out on that occasion. This will be a Westfort throw.
Referee Peruse indicates that it was further back than Cummings had realized, and this time Brendan Creed gets it going. It's switched over to Kwao now, and to his right is Thomas. Left it a bit short, but Thomas able to get it back to Antoine before it's given away again now. Here comes Central FC. Burke can't quite turn his man, but gets it now to Thomas, Javon Thomas. Thomas is all over this field this afternoon. As we see, we get a look there at Cornell Samuel. So that's actually a second change that they have made. Real Westford United. Cornell Samuel is also in. And it looks as though Josiah Joseph would have been the man that didn't return from the locker rooms at halftime. Cornel Thomas brings Real Westford United forward. Plays the ball looking for Samuel. Samuel gets there, brings it down. He has Javon Thomas at his back, but he gets his cross in. Cut out at the near post by Faria. And then eventually completing the clearance there, Da Costa. Samuel again giving chase. That's a half clearance. Belgrave finding his man off the back of his line. Catching Aberdeen off his line that time. And just clipping it over the Central FC goalkeeper. Brilliant goal from Elijah Belgrave to bring Real Westford United back on level terms at 2 apiece.
You called it. This game does have goals in it. Belgrave, the second in as many weeks. Very smart finish from a half chance. Didn't need a touch. Aberdeen would be disappointed that he didn't get that away from his goal. It's 2-2 here. 54th minute. Type of match you want to see on a Saturday evening. Two very good teams living up to their own expectations. We're at where they were the last time they met at the end of 90 minutes. We still have a good bit of football to play in this one. Stay tuned.
Yeah, Jovan certainly does have goals in this one, and we've seen 4 of them already. Smart finish that time by Belgrave after the failed attempt at the clearance by the Central FC defense. He was alert, spotted Aberdeen off his line, and made the Central FC custodian pay. He did get a touch, he did get a good hand on it, Aberdeen, and certainly I agree that he would be disappointed that he wasn't able to turn it away from goal. Take nothing away from Belgrave though for the finish. And that man Samuel was involved, a second half substitute, and here he is again looking to make himself a nuisance on that far side. Comes away with a corner for Real Westford United, and certainly enjoying what he's been able to produce so far.
And it's really been to use a very simple word, a fun match. Players aren't too flustered. Finding the back of the net. This ball here from Karen Cummings is very enticing. Laborde just can't get that finishing touch once again.
And it was an observation I made in the first period of Laborde. He didn't seem to come out today with the right pair of tires. He was slipping and sliding all over the place in the first half, and one would have thought that he would have taken the opportunity at the break to properly equip himself. At that time, as the ball fell, he lost his footing. Could have been a different story.
Yeah, maybe an equipment problem. But we did see him last week struggle to find his shooting boots in the box, and it was a bit drier. Let's hope that he sorts it out. Central comes the other direction. This is Miguel Williams. turning on the turbines. Going to the touchline. It's a great cross inside, very firm cross. The Costa unable to get onto it. Eventually, it's with Dwayne Thomas. Seems to be asking his players to settle down in front of him. Sorry.
Yeah, that time Miguel Williams just glided past his man with such ease to get the cross in. It came to nothing though, but Real Westport United have a chance, or would have had a chance had Gary Griffith III been able to keep himself onside. So it's an open match from here on out. I'll be willing to bet that both teams will have a go at it to try and secure the points. Here comes Central FC now. This is Williams receiving it. We know what he can do in these types of positions. Brendan Creed, though, is a tough customer. Forces Williams to get rid of it. At that time, Creed is turned. And then Williams called for a handball. Real Westport United played quickly. It's with GG3 now. Skips past one. He'll take on his man Faria, but retreating is Shem Clausel. This is inside to Cummings. On the far side is Samuel. It's a bit behind him. He has the legs. Gets there. And gets the cross in. It's a good one. Laborde puts his body on the line. But it comes back now to Akel Thomas. Beats his man. Lines himself up. Can't get the cross in. Samuel again will have a firm drive at this one. Cleared away. Central FC living on the edge. Certainly there's an opportunity though to counter-attack. Their numbers begin to come forward now. This is St. Rose. Joko Pair straight offside. So it's opening up here, Jovan, at the Arima Velodrome.
Yeah, real end-to-end stuff from both these teams. Good energy shown. Referee will have his work cut out for him. Supposed to be the fittest man on the pitch, and these two teams will surely put that to the test. This cross is in. It's to Belgrave. Here's Cummings. Shot is blocked by Fikile Thompson. Eventually cleared. So Creed. GG3. Here's Belgrave. Back with Burke. This is good approach play from Central, very patient. Great crossfield ball for the Costa. This is Leandro, the goal scorer. Back in for Keyshawn St. Rose. Burke, over bar.
Seemed to have taken a touch on his way through. A referee, Peruz, points to a corner kick. But encouraging signs there by Central FC. They'd been on the back foot a few times previously, and Russ Russell shows his displeasure at something or the other. Central FC does have a corner kick, and his opposite number there, the Professor. In the meanwhile, ensuring that his Westport team remains properly positioned as Javon Thomas prepares to swing in this corner kick for Central FC. Nice turnout here, including former national team players Daniel Cyrus. Just caught a glimpse of him in attendance here at the Arima Velodrome. If you're still wondering how the remainder of your Saturday afternoon might turn out, perhaps you want to bring the family down to witness some exciting action here at the Arima Velodrome. This is just game one of this afternoon's doubleheader. So still a lot of football to be experienced. And maybe even some more goals. Good interception that time by Thomas, but Belgrave cuts out the forward pass, gets it out to Samuel. Laborde now does find his shooting boots. Unable to beat the first man though. He gets it back now, Laborde. Still can't get it past the defender. It's still alive though. Real Westport United. Belgrave draws a fine save out of Aberdeen.
Shouts of die save coming from just behind the commentary position. It was a very good point-blank save from Keston Aberdeen. So you feel that Belgrave should have picked a corner. There's another opportunity here. It's eventually cleared.
Yeah, he has been in goal-scoring form, and one would have put money on it that he would have been able to find the back of the net at that time from that sort of distance out. As we get another look, Laborde lined up the shot, and it was kept alive by Cummings, flicking it on to Belgrave. Again, he didn't go for a first touch, swung at it, and Aberdeen keeping scores level. Here is Belgrave again, though, and this time he's able to put it away on the turn. So he is certainly in a purple patch. Elijah Belgrave won last week, 2 already this week, and it restores the lead for Real Westport United in the 62nd minute.
Aberdeen would be appealing for some help. He's been under siege in this Central FC goal. Good work from Laborde again to recover it. Ball to Belgrave. That's a very fine finish into the far corner. Begged for it. Made sure it counted. That's 2 assists for Laborde and 2 goals for Josimar Belgrave. Remember, he was a first half sub just around the 35th minute. Another master stroke from the professor.
So whatever the professor had to say in the dressing room certainly has worked. As we see, Laborde goes down with an apparent head injury. The referee has to stop play. And of course, the medics will be in a hurry to get on. Head injuries, nothing to take lightly. In the meantime, though, that's Elijah Belgrave on screen, the man who's already put away a double for Real Westport United. That has them in a 3-2 lead. So they've responded positively in the second period, Jovan, after Central FC certainly was the better team in the first.
Yeah, Westport doing the business. Belgrave, of course, spoke about that patch that he's in. There you can see him with a very wry smile on his face, the veteran. 2 very neat finishes to put his team in the ascendancy. This is ball Pest Cummings. About 35 on this free kick. Contemplates his next move.
Certainly can whack them. And this man can too. Cornel Thomas, he'll size himself up. At that time, though, perhaps a little bit too contemplative before eventually letting that one fly. As we see off in the distance, one of the 2 teams for the next fixture. That's AC Port of Spain in the distance. They'll be taking on Central Soccer World. Still a lot to play in this one, though. Approaching the end of 65. And everyone seems to be enjoying the action in a relaxing posture. That fan. And that time, too relaxed. Shem Clozel gives it away to Real Westport United. Creed has Antoine. Antoine has Cummings ahead of him. Neat touch to escape his man, and he wants it back, Cummings, but Belgrave will instead go wider to Samuel, and on the overlap is Akil Thomas. Sprints past his man. Thinks about the cross. Instead, turns it back now to Samuel. Samuel does the cha-cha. Gets the cross in. It's over Belgrave, though, and Central FC get it away through Romario Burke. Only temporarily. They'll have to do some more defending now. This is Jamil Antoine. Slips it through to Belgrave. He's on a hat-trick, remember, and has a goal. Why not? That time, though, not threatening Aberdeen too much in the Central FC goal.
And why not? He's shown that he can finish. I don't think anybody will be doubting him or questioning him in those type of situations. Wins it well. Distributes up to Cummings. It's a good ball for LaRode. He isolates his player, and it's good defense from Fikile Thompson.
So Laborde still frustrated by this Central FC defense. He's had an assist today though, but certainly would want to, 2 assists rather, and certainly would want to add his name to the score sheet. And the headlines here at in this Ascension tournament. This is Central FC through Romario Burke. Good ball from Clausel into the feet of Da Costa. St. Rose thinks about the shot, but it's charged down by Creed. Central FC throw-in. Central FC has cleared the bench. Ross Russell asking all of his substitutes to get warm, as he'll be certainly cooking up a plan here to get things back on track for his team, which once led. There we get a look at Sadale McLean, a man central to the fortunes, but not to Central FC, central to the fortunes of AC Port of Spain, who will take on Central Soccer World in the next match. Another man there who will have all of the ambitions on AC Port of Spain upon his shoulders, Che Benny. Last weekend, this Real Westford United team came back to beat them. And they look to be completing another comeback story today, Real Westford United.
Yeah, and good value for this lead, Real Westford, especially this man. Actually, these two men, LaRode and Laborde and Belgrave.
Gary Griffith now has it on this near side, just beneath us. For Real Westford, gets it into Belgrave and gets it back. He's trying to cook something up, but it's cut out by Joe Colpe, and now Central FC look to bring it the other way. Da Costa tries to knock it down for St. Rose, before it's moved away by Cornel Thomas. Miguel Williams gets under it. One back though by Real Westford. This is Laborde. Good touch. Plays it to Samuel. Samuel is in. Plays it across just ahead of Cummings, but he gets it back now, Samuel. He'll have another attempt. Javon Thomas, who has really explored the space in front of him, has been actively defending this Central FC goal post since the arrival and the introduction of Cordell Samuel. Here come Real Westford again. Belgrave trying to unlock them. Played back out to Samuel. Comes to Belgrave. Cummings is still there. Here comes Creed. Good take. He'll go ahead. Miguel Williams has to be careful. He gets the cross in. Scooped away by Fikile Thompson. Picked up again though by Real Westford. This is Gary Griffith III. Creed. Creed now is in. Can he get a better service? He does, but Aberdeen was watchful. Again, here they come, Real Westford. And Central FC, thankful, relieved even to hear the whistle of referee Marlon Peruz that time for the foul on Romario Burke.
You have to feel that Central really need to sort out the coverage. At the back, they're a bit loose and trailing. It's not a good sign for them. They have 20 minutes to recover, but they can only do that by applying themselves a lot better on both ends of the pitch. This is Thompson to pair.
Yeah, Central FC. And if you notice, Jovan, could be in actually, but it's offside. But if you look at the way Real Westford, they're essentially playing in two banks. It's defense versus attack right now as they seek to widen the lead. They have not asked too much defensively of either Griffith or on this near side or Samuel since his introduction on the far side. Karen Cummings has advanced his position as well. And Belgrave is also in a more advanced position as they have successfully sought to get themselves level and then get a lead in the second half. Meanwhile, 2 substitutions being made by Central FC. 3 substitutions actually. Joe Colpere, Javon Thomas, and Kishon St. Rose will leave the field. Coming in are
Kwame Huyu, Jerick Williams, and the number 3, Dorian Sampson.
So Ross Russell has sensed that he has to act, and he does. 3 substitutions to try and slow this Real Westford United team down. They've certainly picked up steam in this second half, and here they come again. Laborde turns his man nicely. Across from him is Antoine. GG3 gives his man a wrong address before he's eventually tackled out of possession.
That may be part of their game management strategy. The fancy feet of GG the third. Here he is again. Just losing out there. Here comes Central. Goal behind. Ball from Williams. It's good feet here on the far side. A great cross. Or a good idea of a cross. Unable to find Leandro da Costa on the far post.
Two more substitutions being prepared, this time on the side of Real Westford United. Game over for Gary Griffith III. In is Ross Dowden. And also coming onto the field of play, Kazim Donald. He replaces Jamil Antoine. So 2 substitutions for Real Westford United. Ross Dowden and Kazim Donald will come in to see if they can freshen things up for Real Westford United and add to their fortunes in this second half.
Aberdeen will recover here. It's up with Burke. So, really strange decision there from the central midfielder on the far side. Westford won't mind it one bit. They pump this ball all the way back up. That time with Shem Clausel. It'll be a Westford throw. Here's Belgrave. Cleared again by Central. It's a great ball here for Laborde. Unable to get the right amount of purchase on it. Donald following up was also unable to find a look at goal. This ball is from Jerick Williams. It's up to Sampson. He has a fight with one of the Lions on this team, Cornel Thomas. Really the backbone of this Westford defensive effort. They've conceded 2, but the forwards have done them a great service. It's Thomas. Route 1 stuff there, Thomas just missing out on the header. As Central prepares another sub. Up with Sampson. Wild shot. Central just running out of ideas. Here's Burke recovering. It's back with Sampson. He's losing his footing. The board is very low. Gives it to Belgrave. It's over to Cummings. My apologies, as man on the far side is Shem Clausel.
So the game has certainly lost a bit of the structure that we saw previously. Here now, Central FC will have an opportunity to make that substitution. Shem Clausel leaves the field and Angelo Williams joins us. Substitution in the 78th minute. So just over 10 minutes left for Central FC to address this situation. They'll have a free kick here. Kwame Huyu is over it. Delivers. It's a good looking ball. The heads go up. That looks suspiciously like a handball. Referee Peru says no though, and it's pumped forward by Samuel. Laborde gives chase. He escapes his man. He's in here with a chance. Laborde arriving now is Belgrave. It's a bit behind him. He gets a second chance. Remember, he's on a hat trick with that time, unable to put it away. Laborde unselfishly squared it for his front partner, Belgrave. Central FC let off the hook.
Yeah, they're both on a hat trick of sorts. Laborde on 2 assists. Trying to find Belgrave for his third. It's a good cross just behind him. Doesn't get the right contact. Aberdeen will be glad to see that go over his bar.
Really was an opportunity for Real Westford to perhaps just knock a bit of wind out of Central FC. They've tried to build more momentum. They've made some substitutions. And a goal then perhaps would have deflated those aspirations, but it's still within reach in the 80th minute. Karen Cummings, though, spraying a good ball out to Donald. Kazim Donald gives chase. He'll square his man up, gets past him, has options across pitch. Can't pick one out, though, and it's Central FC coming forward. This is Miguel Williams to Romario Burke. Gets it back now, Williams. He can stride forward. He's asking Samuel to do some defensive work and then trying to get Burke going. It's cleared away. So, entering the final 10 minutes now, Central FC would need to perhaps be a bit more composed as they search and not become too frantic in search of something that could equalize this match.
Certainly the bench looking very calm. Faces probably belying all the thoughts and emotions going through their minds right now. As Dowden just lends aid to his teammate. Cummings comes across to help pump out what looks to be a cramp.
From past experiences, Jovan, I can tell you that's no cramp. As the player returns to his feet, there's Kwao. And he just, the way that he buckled when he was struck that time, I can tell you it was in the unmentionables.
We've all been there.
This is a cross coming in for Real Westford from Samuel. Central FC's defense gets it away only partially. It's with Cummings now. Plays a reverse pass to Dowden. Samuel. Good ball in. Laborde. Boy, has he worked really hard for something today. He has 2 assists, as you mentioned, but I'd say he deserves to hit the back of the net. That time, his diving header flashing wide.
Yeah, you wouldn't grudge him a goal at this point of the match. 82nd minute, striving, and here he is again with Belgrave for company. He rolls it for Cummings. The board fighting to get back onto this ball. Eventually gets it. Doesn't win a free kick. He'll take a minute just to compose himself.
Really beautiful images as we look at the Arima skyline with the Arima General Hospital in the background. Saturday evening action in the Ascension tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. The skies have really held up. We anticipated a lot of rain by the looks of it on arrival here this afternoon, earlier today, but so far, so good. That's more than can be said for Laborde, as it seems he has some affliction or the other. Points to his wrist. That there, Trevor Nottingham, the assistant coach of Central FC, just having a cordial discussion, I would imagine, with fourth official Jassy McDonald. Of course, Trevor himself certainly accustomed to the protocols of the technical area. Former W Connection goalkeeper. Central FC now, the situation is a bit more urgent than their passing might suggest. Trying to play themselves out, but they give it right back and then get it right back. 85th minute now.
Central didn't want to lull themselves into complacency. They have to remember that they're a goal behind. 2 can get them a valuable 3 points. 1 can get them a share, just like the last time they met. Right here at the Arima Velodrome. But they really have to focus, buckle down in these dying moments of this match. This ball is in from Cummings. To Laborde again. It's a handball. Go the other way. Cummings, of course, got us started. That assist from Laborde. First goal of this match. It's been a long way from there. Been 4 others since then. This is Huyu. Just misses out. Donald
Justin, 1, 2, 3.
It's Pest Cummings. Back to Donald. He has options. Doesn't find Belgrave. Your guess is as good as mine where that free kick came from. Laborde just to relax with that flick.
Yeah, I think at this stage it would serve Real Westport United better to manage this game, see it out. They currently lead, albeit marginally. And it's giveaways like these that can just turn into something else.
Yeah, it just takes the right player in the right mood to overturn what could be a good result for Westport. Patience shown by Dwayne Thomas, doing what he's supposed to do in this kind of situation. Hope for cooler heads throughout this Westport team as far as they're concerned. That time not cool enough, it's a free kick.
So this is going to be a free kick for Central FC, just into their own half. The referee asked Hugh Yu to hold up. We get the okay now and sends this one up towards the penalty area. It's still alive. And then Donald steps in to assist. Finally put away by Dowden, and this is Cummings now trying to spring Belgrave. Unsuccessful. Central FC, but that's a poor touch. Dowden does well to get it back to Thomas. Cornel Thomas flicks it out towards Paul Pest, and this is the man you'd want to have possession in the 88th minute of a match with a 1-0 lead, or 1-goal lead rather. And this is Laborde down though, still trying to find something or someone across the penalty area, that time unsuccessful. So he's really labored for his spoils here today. Good ball there by Karen Cummings to Donald. Gets it out to Creed. Cummings still around. Play across in. Trying to pick out Belgrave. Keely Thompson gets it away from the Central FC goal. Nearing the end of this one, I think it's almost safe to say that Real Westport United has the result in the bag. Of course, you never know how this game can turn out.
Anything can happen, as we see 3 minutes being prepared by the fourth official. Show that soon enough as we enter the 89th minute, 90th minute of play really. Central have to dig deep for this. Could this be their opportunity? Bit of samba there. Coming to nothing. We'd have to think that at this point, if Real Westport do what they're supposed to do in these kind of situations, that they can take these 3 points home. It will be their second win in a row. Second win of the second round. Similar margin. They beat ACPOS 3-2 last weekend.
Yeah, 2 wins on the bounce to start this round certainly will do the Professor Ron Lafferty and his lads a world of good. Certainly, especially in the manner in which they were able to come back in this one. They led through Karen Cummings in the 15th minute, but then trailed at halftime 2-1, courtesy goals for Central FC by Leonardo da Costa in the 18th minute, and then by Romario Burke in the 30th. Inspired substitutions by the Professor, so Elijah Belgrave introduced in the 37th minute, and Belgrave is the man with a double in the 52nd and 62nd. Could all be undone here though. It is undone, as that man Miguel Williams finds himself in an advanced position and lays it on a platter for the substitute Angelo Williams to bring Central FC back on level terms 3 goals apiece. And just as we were making the point earlier, you never know what can happen. Here's Williams. He was on his bike and just laid it across for Williams, his namesake, Angelo Williams. Smashes it high into the net. And he looks to have stolen a point here in this one for Central FC. Central FC 3, Real Westport United 3 into the second minute of 3 additional at the end of this 90 here at the Arima Velodrome. It's the Ascension tournament. Real Westport United will take a direct approach. Here's Belgrave. He's made quite some distance. Can't hold on to it, however, and Central FC get it clear. This is Creed. Brendan Creed pumps it forward. Rising high as that time is Faria. It's with Cummings now. He'll play it back up towards Belgrave. Dowden. Jarick Williams gets his foot on it for Central FC. And then Hugh completes the clearance. It's going to be an interesting final minute or so of these additional. As Angelo Williams has a shy from distance, and why not again, only moments ago got the equalizer for Central FC, bringing the score to its current position, 3 goals all. So why not have a crack and seek to make yourself a true hero in the latter stages of this one. Just about 30 seconds remaining. Central FC, though, trying to smash and grab, as they say. That time, though, Williams couldn't keep it in play. It's going to be a throw-in. And I suspect that's the way the cookie will crumble in this one. The first of this evening's Ascension tournament doubleheader. A disappointed man there, Dwayne Thomas, beaten for a 3rd time. And Real Westport United see all 3 points taken away. Instead, they'll share 1 each with Central FC. On final chance, this is Cordell Samuel asking Belgrave to show some interest. He does, and can't get the better of Fikile Thompson, though. And this is Miguel Williams again, the provider of that goal we saw moments earlier. Real Westport United still trying to make something happen. This is Laborde. He's had a good game, 2 assists. Pushes it out wide to Creed. Creed will play it forward to Donald, Kazim Donald. Faria bites into the tackle. Already the 3 minutes additional have expired. Referee Marlon Peruz has a look. Is there just enough time for this throw-in? Faria remains down, and referee Peruz tells him to get to his feet. Meanwhile, across in the penalty area, another Central FC player is down. This looks to be one of these substitutes. And one would suspect that referee Peruz will blow this off at any moment as we are now almost, or more than a minute, almost 2 minutes over the 3 minutes additional. The player down there, Miguel Williams, receiving treatment. Referee Peruz whistles now for play to continue, or whatever remains of it at least. Real Westport United with the throw-in. Belgrave is the man. He'll expectedly go long. The type of run-up he's attempting. He's not even in the frame, and here he is now. Gets this one all the way into the area. It's with Akel Thomas now, and Central FC break away. Samson. Thomas recovers well. Samuel now plays it ahead. Ball Pest. Good cross in. Laborde could have his reward. Doesn't. He just can't bring it down, and Central FC get it away. This is Jarick Williams. But not before referee Peruz delivers the final whistle to end this one. A really exciting affair here at the Arima Velodrome. It sees Central FC back from the dead to steal a point off of Real Westport United. Central FC 3, Real Westport United 3 at full time. It was a match not short on chances, certainly not short on goals. 6 of them shared evenly between these two teams. We saw Real Westport United getting the first of them. Laborde on a platter to Kieran Pest Cummings. He couldn't make a mistake from there. 1-0 in the 15th minute. Central FC came roaring back though. Good delivery into and onto the head of Leonardo da Costa in the 18th to make it 1-1. Then Romario Berg with the Westport United goalkeeper Dwayne Thomas at sea, able to make it 2-1 to Central FC. That's the way they went in at halftime. But then here was Elijah Belgrave with a fantastic finish at the start of the second half to restore parity for Real Westport United. That goal scored in the 51st minute. And here he was again receiving the pass from Laborde, his second assist, and just placing it neatly into the far pocket. Belgrave, he was asking for it, he knew what he wanted to do and executed perfectly. Still looking for the hat-trick. Belgrave, he had more than one opportunity to get it, but with Real Westport United leading 3-2 at this stage, they certainly looked favored to increase that lead with increasing probability. That time Laborde trying to flick on and goes down in the box. No penalty, says referee Peruz. Laborde continued to search and continued to try to be a provider, unselfishly laying that one back for Belgrave. He couldn't get the purchase required though. Real Westport United couldn't get the goal that would have certainly knocked the sails out of Central FC. It allowed them to arrive at this moment. Miguel Williams with good work to isolate his man and get by him on the far side, and then delivered it to his namesake Angelo Williams. He placed it high into the net. Rather, that's Dorian Sampson with the goal that equalized things at 3-2. And that man, Elijah Belgrave, for all of his hard work, he and his Real Westport United teammates would come away with only a point from this one here at the Arima Velodrome. That was game 1 of this afternoon's double header in the Ascension tournament of Trinidad and Tobago. Central FC 3, Real Westport United 3. We are getting ready for the second match of this afternoon's double header, which will see Central Soccer World taking on AC Port of Spain. But before that, we'll also have reactions from this match. Jovan Ravello will seek to get into the minds of some of the protagonists to what we just witnessed in the first match of this Ascension tournament Saturday afternoon fixture. So it was a match that delivered on all that it promised at the start. Of course, in the first round, these two teams met and also delivered a draw that time. Central FC coming from 2 goals down to seal a point at 2-2 at the end of 90 minutes. This time they were also behind twice in the match and showing the required character to equalize at the very death to earn a 3-3 result. And of course, as mentioned, Jovan Ravello will seek to get into the minds of some of those that were central to the plot of this earlier fixture.
Here with assistant coach of Real Westport, Gordon Pear. Gordon, can you tell me how you felt about today's match?
Well, it came like deja vu. You know, we led this team 2-0 in the first round, and they came back and draw 2-2. And today again we were leading 3-2 and came back and scored almost in the last minute. I think it's something that we had to go back to the drawing board about. Our team has a mode of operandi thus far. We concede goals early and concede goals late. So we have to go back to the drawing board, and hopefully you'll be seeing Real Westport coming back.
On the topic of goal concession, you only have had 2 clean sheets this tournament. Is that the main downfall of the Real Westport course?
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, I did some work with the defenders, but of course, you know, when you play under Professor Ron Lafray, it's all about attack, But we definitely have to go and do something as a defensive, as a team, as we look to keep some clean sheets and, of course, get some points as we look to go up the standings.
Right, thank you for your thoughts, Gordon Pear, assistant coach of Real Westford.
You're welcome.
So certainly Gordon Pear, the assistant coach of Real Westford United, not at all pleased with the result and making mention of the need to tighten up defensively as Real Westford United continues in this competition. They'll have their next match against third-placed Police FC next weekend. And definitely they would hope to address those issues by that time. We're getting ready to hear from Central FC, the team that certainly would feel as though they have a victory in this one with that 3-3 result sealed at the very end. Let's go to Jovan Ravello pitch side.
We're here with the Central FC head coach, Ross Russell. Can you tell me how you feel about this? You have a big smile on your face this evening.
No, well, I'm not studying the result really. I'm studying the way how the guys play. I think we had a decent first half, just like we had with Terminex. But I know we come in, but a draw is good for me right now because after losing about 3-4 games on the trot, a draw is really good.
How do you push on from this draw?
No, well, I studying the performance of the guys. I nearly studying the draw. We will win on the trot. We'll upset some guys coming wrong, but the performance is why I'm taking care of right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Coach Ross Russell of Central FC.
Thank you very much.
The very suave looking Ross Russell, senior, and of course taking heart in the way that his players certainly exposed the Real Westford team today and certainly dug deep to get the result 3-3 at the end of 90 minutes. It could have been so much different for Real Westford United. Certainly their player of the match, Elijah Belgrave, would feel as though he could have gotten a hat-trick.
Oh, it's done. If they feel that I can't do it, here we go.
Congratulations. Man of the match, Josimar Belgrave. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And that's it from the first match in this doubleheader at the Arima Velodrome. We have two Central teams versus two Port of Spain teams. First match ended 3-3. It was an incredible goal fest. Wonderful goals from both teams. Great decision making in the end. A lot of good moxie from the Central team to come back against the odds. Real Westford would be disappointed to have let those 3 points waste. We're going to flip around now until into the second match. We're going to speak with the captains from the other team after this break.